Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Pokemon Firered. In the last part, I got the Sabrina's Gym Badge, which means I am up to 6 badges. Now, in spite of the fact that I've already taken the shortcut to Cinnabar Island, I felt that that was a bit inapropos, seeing as my Pokemon are a bit on the... well, a bit on the under-leveled side, and I think... I don't really feel right about just skipping out on Seafoam Island. Okay. So prepare. So I'm guessing I'm gonna have to prepare for Voyage at Sea, where I'm gonna have to face most of the trainers to try to level my Pokemon up. I'll also notice the adjustment in terrain. We've gone from grass, mostly grass, to now there is some sand. So I just realized that the main Pokemon we're going to be facing out here is Tentacool. So maybe I should just have Coconut Trio in the lead. Ah, jeez. There's a bit of an issue with me trying to use Giga Drain. For one thing, it's going to do neutral damage, so it's not exactly that worth it to try it. But the other thing is, I believe that... oh, wow. Okay, I didn't expect him. I believe that Tentacool can actually learn an ability called, like, I think Sap Sipper, where if you try any draining moves, it actually does damage to you. Anyway, beat Swimmer Richard. All warmed up. What did I give Mach? Or, sorry, Leblub. I gave him leftovers. Okay. Alright. Slow down or you'll have a heart attack. I'm not sure if that's ever happened from overexercising. It actually probably has, but you'd have to really push it. Okay. Oh, I forgot that all these guys, all the Goldeen line for some reason use physical attacks. So it might be worth it just to use acid armor. Well, then again, I hit him in one hit. We're actually seeing a pretty decent variety of Pokemon. Whoa! Seeing a pretty decent variety of water Pokemon here. Yeah, and I think Twister is another move like Bite that has a 30% chance of flinching. Just boosting my defense by double in order to... Or no, I'm boosting my defense by 2 stages in order to have any damage I take. So anyway, I'm just going to sludge everything else. Well, this is going to take longer. Well, at least I prepared for damage. And that's always good. There goes Swimmer Reese. These guys are giving such a small amount of money. Well, then again, like, where the hell are they gonna hold their money? They have Speedos on. Whoa! I forgot that guy's a spinner. I look at the sea to forget all the bad things that happened. Damn, bro, I think you're going through some hard times. You may want to find the source of your problems and not just ignore them in a sea of... well, a sea. Okay, now let's continue on this very calm and relaxing sea journey. Tried diving for Pokemon, but it was a no-go. In this generation, there is an HM in Ruby, Emerald, and Sapphire that allows you to dive underwater. That is absent from this game. Which, I don't miss it, as it's just... I don't want another reason to stay in the water for as long as you do in this game. But that being said, the music in the diving sections is very, very good. Oh, LeBlob hit level 37. I think that means we're going to see a very interesting end to this battle. Whoa, Sea King. He's bringing out the heavy hitters. Let's see how many sledges he can take. Help! Guess you have to fish for a sea Pokemon. Well, okay then. Whoa! Okay, I just realized. Oh no, I think he evolves at level 40, not 37. My information must be incorrect. By the way, I just realized that even though LeBlob is among my lower level Pokemon, he is still not that below everyone else. He's matching Coconut Trio at this point. However, I'll leave him in as he probably needs the XP more than Coconut Trio. I don't even. I just realized how low. Wow. Okay. I guess I gotta swap out LeBlob for somebody else. Let's see if Cthulhu is at this point the most appropriate to use. Hopefully his excuse me. His attacks won't be a problem. I'll try taking the amulet coin. Either way, like the amount I'm gaining is really low, so this should help to make things speed up a bit. Oh, hey. I was trying to sneak up on him by the side and just start mashing. Guess that's not an option. So, alright. Swimmer Matthew. Poliwag. He looks incredibly interested in my Pokemon. But let's see how well he handles a bite. Wow. Okay. Man, I would have been so happy if I had Swift Swim and I saw that. But I guess I gotta deal with not taking any crits. Which, granted, is a pretty sweet ability. Oh dear, this might be a problem actually, because I think actually Poliwhirl does have Swift Swim. Oh wait, no, he was faster than me anyway. Maybe I should give this guy, what's it called? Rocky Helmet, but I don't know if they had that this early. Let's see. Yeah, just keep going with Bite. I could theoretically swap Bite for Thief, but it doesn't seem like that useful of a move on Wild, on like any random fight. Oh hey, Cthulhu's starting to get through the levels. To level 33. Belly Flop. Well, you're not diving here, you're just kind of swimming around in the lap. This is surprisingly the first encounter. But of course it is with the, wow, the remarkably high level Tentacool. Yeah, I hated fighting these things because they would hit you with Wrap and poison you. Jesus, it was a nightmare. Thankfully, Wrap has been substantially nerfed in the generations after the first. Same thing with Fire Spin. I've always found both of those moves to be incredibly unsatisfying to use. Alright, let's see if it will get in the net ball. Excellent. Tentacool was caught. Tentacool and Tentacruel are both Pokemon that, much like a bunch of others I've already said, are very underrated in terms of usability. I think they're both either specialty defensive or regularly defensive Pokemon, and they are really good at that. Is this the first time I've done a doubles battle? It might be. Oh, wow. This is before they nerfed Surf. Or before they made Surf reasonable. Where Surf attacks only to your opponents. In later generations, they would make it so that Surf also attacked your partner. However, they've never made Rock Slide attack your partner. Which is probably for the best. Wow. Cthulhu laughs at your foolishness. And it's so strange, because that's like, that whole wave just attacks everybody, not just the opponents. Oh, there goes one. Come on, Cthulhu. Oh, sweet, Funky Monkey reached level 40. So funky. Yes, and he got flinched. So great to be on the other side of that for once. Wow, someone tougher than my big sis. Okay. If I'm gonna do that again, I probably should swap this out. The thing is, Coconut Trio is at this point reliable enough so that if I put him in any battle situation in which he is the underdog, he can probably still make it back up. Okay, let's go for the bite. And thankfully, Cthulhu is a decent combination of high defense and very good special attack. Unfortunately, there's something I can say exactly the same about Executor or Coconut Trio, which is kind of unfortunate because I wanted them to occupy very different roles. I wanted Cthulhu to be a much faster type of special attacker, but without Rain Dance or without Swift Swim, that is nowhere near as viable. I'm trying to make a concerted effort to avoid saying and anyway, but as you can see, I'm not doing the best job. But I am gaining experience for Cthulhu over here. Alright. There's no need to fear Cthulhu. Let him envelop you in his tentacles. Whoa, this guy is a full team. Wow. Okay, let's see if I have any X specials left over. Nope. Oh, right, I spent all my money on on the TM for Ice Beam, and I don't even need it yet because I'm facing nothing but water Pokemon. Oh no, this is gonna get bad. This is another reason I really didn't like Tentacool, because he can just stack up multiple status effects. Poison, confusion. Thankfully, I haven't seen one. Ah, man. But I might be better off. Yeah, I'm going to swap out to Coconut Trio because I think he can just sweep up this team. And either way, Coconut Trio is not on the high-end spectrum of the level ups. But then again, at this point, the only one who is under-leveled is Cthulhu. After all, this guy matches levels with Leblab. It looks like this guy is just using tentacles, so this should be a clean sweep. Oh, he's using a Tentacruel. That changes probably very little. Except for how long this battle will go. Damn it. And there went a whole nother battle. Okay, now let's... Alright, I should probably heal Cthulhu over here. Ah, he's starting to get attached to me. It's always a good sign to have a god of destruction, despair, and sadness on your side. If I do a Cthulhu sweep, I'm gonna pull out actually a book of Lovecraft book. I have a book of Lovecraft stories, and I'm just gonna start reading from one of them really randomly. But anyway, onto this. Perhaps I should be dunking more of those special attack increases onto Cthulhu. Then again, I'd have to buy them, and I don't have any money. Wait, that's why, of course, why I gave Cthulhu the... What? What is that? I've never even seen that attack. Is that just a really stupid attack that nobody uses? Oh god, this is gonna take a while. Okay, so what that Pokemon, or what that attack is that depending on the type of camouflage, or depending on the type of terrain you're on, for example, we're on water, that will change the typing of the Pokemon using it. However, that was a bit of a iffy situation, because I think it actually affects all Pokemon on the field, and both of the Pokemon in that field at the time were water type. No, you cannot have Cthulhu if you win. Oh wait, no, never mind. It isn't all Pokemon, it's just the self. Either way, Cthulhu would deny such a transformation done to him if it was done without his will and consent. Ah, man, every time I see it, man, it just makes me sad. I really wish I had Swift Swim Cthulhu. Now, that being said, Cthulhu is on the slow side at the moment. However, that probably has a lot more to do with him just not being evolved. Once he turns into Omastar, he gains pretty decent speed. But as Ammonite, he is quite slow. But anyway, I think this is another sweep. I'm actually swapping over to Surf, because with the extra boost from the rain, I should do enough damage to take out pretty much anything. Especially combined with stab damage. Whoa! He withdrew a Pokemon! You know. Oh, that is smart! Wow. That's really clever. I've actually done that in other battles with Quagsire. I've done that where I will swap him in when I am predicting like a Scald or a Hydro Pump. But I've never seen the AI do that. That's really smart, actually. Especially since I don't actually know what his party is. That's really cool. He's only making it worse. He's using Rain Dance to speed himself up, but it's also boosting my Surfs. So I think the sweep will continue. Okay, well that little jumble of swimmers gone. Now we're on to the second section of water. Alright. There are many people swimming. Try to take care of this guy. Swimming laps. You know, the ocean seems like a dangerous place to swim laps. It just seems like, you know, you might die. Just saying. Oh dear, this might have to be Cthulhu's last fight, as I've run out of his most neutral attack. Wow, Cloyster. He would be very, very threatening if I was using a physical attacker, but I am not. I think I might be able to just use Cthulhu anyway, because he's a special attacker, and most of the water Pokemon uses in this area, they seem to be mainly physically defensive. And they're still giving pretty sweet XP. And pretty sweet money considering they only have Speedos on. Also, must be noted, I am not running into any encounters. I've run into one encounter this whole time. This is completely unlike anything I had when I was playing as a kid. It felt like every 2 steps before that I was running into... Wow! 1 hit on Horsey, that's amazing. It felt like every 3 steps or 2 steps I would run into a Tentacool or a Tentacruel and then get poisoned and confused and have to run away, but I don't outspeed him. And now you're all caught up on why I'm not that big of a fan of actually surfing all the way to Seafoam Island. But it seems to be much more reasonable in this game, or at least not as unpleasant. Okay, so now Cthulhu is almost at the standard level. Man, it is amazing how well I've been doing, given that I just got 2 Pokemon at relatively low levels this late in the game. The fact that they're actually right at about the appropriate level for this area, considering I didn't really grind all that much for either Cthulhu or Leblob. I did grind a fair bit for Exegute, Coconutrio, but not anywhere near as much as you might think. I did do some disgusting stall tactics when I was using him, but not that bad. I'm seriously expecting him to pull out a Kingdra. Oh, wait, no, I don't believe they will do that. As some strange means of kayfabe in the Pokemon verse, I think in the primary region, you can only encounter Pokemon of the 1st gen. So no Crobats, in spite of the fact that probably a few people have had to have had them by this point. No Kingdras, no Steelix, no Caesars. That I'm quite happy to have not encountered any of those guys. Wow, that would have been absolutely brutal to have trainers who had a Caesar. Alright. Finally. Cthulhu. You're here, and you've got the move I actually wanted him to have. Instead of withdrawal, I actually want him to have Protect. Now, of course, this was planned during the time in which I planned to give him Toxic. So, for all I know, giving him Protect is probably useless now, but it might be a good idea, especially if I give him Leftovers. Okay, but I have to swap out Cthulhu now. Not because he can't do his... Well, no, it's exactly because he can't do his job. Because he's out of PP for his 2 best attacks. So at this point, I'm going to mainly be using Coconutrio. Now the thing is, even though Coconutrio is at the ideal level for him, it's actually better off if I have him get a lot of levels during this time. And the reason for that is because in the next area, I'm not going to be able to get any levels on him at all. And that is for one simple reason. The next gym leader's type is Fire. So, if I get there with Coconutrio, I may not come out alive. Strong trainers and water Pokemon are often cited in this park. It is said that Misty... What? They say that Misty of the Cerulean Gym trains here? That is bollocks, sir. That is a lie. Because Misty's Pokemon aren't even half the level of the Pokemon here. Wait, no, I think... Okay, well, they're a little bit above half. Not that close. Like, the Tentacles and Tentacruels in this region would eat her alive. This trainer would eat her alive. Ah, great. And now I have to deal with Coconut Trio's biggest problem, his really, really small PP. I probably should have phrased that better. Okay. So now the real reason, or half the reason I didn't like going through here, the actual Seafoam Islands, which in this game are made to be iced. So the entire idea behind exploring Seafoam Island is that here are a bunch of boulders and you put them down holes so that you can interact with them in a new area. The idea is that you can you can block off water that's down below. This took forever in its original incarnation because I believe you had to actually press strength for every single step, if I remember correctly. Now, I could be remembering it like a fool, but I don't believe I am. Thankfully, shortcuts in HM usage have made this nowhere near as annoying. Also must mention, the cave music in this game is very, very good. I actually very much prefer this version of the cave music to what was actually used in that gen. Because I think it kind of has a... it feels better. Like, it has that kind of hollowy feel that I think a cave should sound like. Okay, this is probably the longest I've ever heard it. Oh, we won't be hearing it for long. Wow. Okay. I believe the last floor I just dropped that to. I am stunned by this slow encounter rate. That was a long time. Wow! Psyduck. I believe he's actually kind of rare here. Okay. Let's status him up. You know, Coconut Trio might be ideal for catching Pokemon. Because he can status you up pretty well and you can make sure that your Pokemon's going to stay alive. And heal. So now I can get a ton of possible throws. Let's go for the tosses. I got plenty of balls. So let's go. Wow, Psyduck is tired of our crap. Man, I really wanted to be able to use Psyduck really well when I play Pokemon, but I always just found him really underwhelming as both a water Pokemon and as a Pokemon that can use Psychic type attacks. Even though I will say that Psyduck is a Pokemon that does have a lot more personality than most other Pokemon. Yes. The Water's Edge Pokemon, constantly racked by headaches. When the headache turns intense, it begins using mysterious powers. It's interesting how back then it was very alien of a concept that a Pokemon could use an attack other than outside of its typing. However, that's become so commonplace that I'm not sure if that makes it really special at all anymore. Seal? Well... Also, I will say definitively, Seal is the laziest Pokemon name in the entire history of Pokemon. You can bring up any Garbodor or any of those Pokemon, but Seal has the laziest name I can think of. Even Pseudo-Wudo is a better name than Seal, but let's try to catch it anyway. Is he just gonna rest? Ooh, dear, this might be a problem. Aurora Beam in the anime always looked like an amazing move, but in the games it's really, really dumb. It's like a weaker version of Ice Beam, and it doesn't have the chance of freezing, which is silly. It does have a chance of like dropping a very specific stat, but I can't remember what that is. Icy Wind, a move I hated using when I got it from the Mahogany Gym Leader, but now that I've seen competitive battles, Icy Wind is a move I hate, even worse than that. Because when somebody uses Icy Wind against you and drops the speed of your good Pokemon, it is the most infuriating thing, because it kills any plans you may have. So anyway, got Seal. My plan of attack at this stage is effectively to just poison a Pokemon and then immediately just start trying to catch it. Got a Big Pearl, which I believe... Actually, I'm almost certain that its only usage is just to be sold. Wow! I thought Psyduck was rare. This is rarer than that. Golduck. Saving me the trouble of having to give Psyduck a rare candy. Just come out. Alright, and Coconut Trio is hanging pretty strong. I was really worried about his PP dropping too low, but he's doing a really, really bang-up job of not having to be forced to use Struggle. It's quite excellent, really. Oh, wow, that would have been amazing. Whew. So, the strategy at this point is just catch Pokemon, because I believe in order to be able to enter what I believe the game calls round 2 or something, or maybe that's just what it's called among the fan scene, you have to have at least 60 Pokemon. Which may be why I didn't even know that there were all these islands you could access. I just kind of assumed there were, but I had no idea how you could get there. It was just called, I was like, it's called the Sevi Island, so I'm assuming there's at least 7, but I only ever saw, I think it was like 3? But I'm not going to get ahead of myself. And Golduck is fighting back. Maybe he's believing that he's going to faint over getting caught. But we'll show him. Wow, okay, never mind. Alright, this is going to be the best shot. For some reason, I was getting really confused looking at his fingers, thinking that somehow he had more. But no, he just has 3 fingers with webbing in between. Somehow it looked like 5 to me. Am I dreaming? You chose your path, brother. Now you're going to die by it. So long. You might have made a good addition to our Pokédex. Sitting in a box forever.